In delivering my son from me, I bury his second husband.
And I, in going, madam, weep over my father's death anew. But I must, to his majesty's command, to whom I am now in ward evermore in subjection.
Oh, what hope is there of his majesty's amendment?
He hath abandoned his physicians, madam.
This young gentlewoman had a father whose skill was almost as great as his honesty. Oh, would for the king's sake he were living. I think it would be the death of the king's disease. He was famous, sir, in his profession, and it was his great right to be so. Gerard de Narbonne.
He was excellent indeed, madam.
Madam, I do desire your holy wishes.
Be thou blessed, Bertram, and succeed thy father in manners as in shape. My lord, 'tis an unseasoned courtier. My good lord, advise him. Farewell, Bertram.
The best wishes that can be forged in your thoughts be servants to you. Be serviceable to my mother, your mistress, and make much of her.
Farewell, pretty lady. You must hold the credit of your father.
Oh, were that all? I think not on my father. And these great tears grace his remembrance more than those I shed for him. What was he like? I have forgot him. My imagination carries no favor in it but Bertram's. I am undone. There is no living, none, if Bertram is away. 'Twere all one that I should love a bright particular star and think to wed it. He is so above me. In his bright radiance and collateral light must I be comforted, not in his sphere. The ambition in my love thus plagues itself. But now he's gone, and my idolatrous fancy must sanctify his relics. Who comes here? One that goes with him. I love him for his sake, yet I know him to be a notorious liar, think him a great way fool, solely a coward.
Meditating on virginity.
Aye. You have some stain of soldier in you. Let me ask you a question. Man is enemy to virginity. How may we barricade it against him?
Keep him out.
But he assails, and our virginity, though valiant in the defense, yet is weak. Unfold to us some warlike resistance.
God, there is none. Man sitting down before you will undermine you and blow you up. It is not politic in the commonwealth of nature to preserve virginity. Loss of virginity is natural increase, and there was never virgin got till virginity was first lost. Away with it.
I will stand for it a little, though therefore I die a virgin.
'Tis little that can be said in it. 'Tis against the rules of nature. Keep it not. You cannot choose but to lose by it. Away with it.
How might one do, sir, to lose it to her own liking?
Let me see. Oh, Mary. Ill to like him that near it likes. Whew. 'Tis a commodity will lose the gloss with lying. The longer kept, the less worth. Off with it while it's still vendible. Answer the time of request.
Not my virginity, yet. There shall your master have 1,000 loves, a mother, a mistress, and a friend.
Little Helen, farewell. If I remember thee, I will think of thee at court.
Monsieur Paroles, you were born under a charitable star.
Under Mars I
especially think under Mars.
Why under Mars?
The wars hath so kept you under that you must needs be born under Mars.
When he was predominant?
When he was retrograde, I think, rather.
Why think you so?
You go so much backward when you fight.
That's for advantage.
So is running away when fear proposes the safety. But the composition that your valor and fear makes in you is a virtue of good wing, and I like the wear well.
I am so full of business, I cannot answer thee acutely. I will return perfect courtier, in which my instruction shall serve to neutralize thee. So, farewell.
Our remedies often ourselves do lie. The king's disease. My project may deceive me, but my intents are fixed and will not leave me.
Count Roussillon, my good lord. Young Bertram, youth, thou bear'st thy father's face.
My thanks and my duty are your majesty's.
Oh, I wish I had that corporal soundness now, as when thy father and myself in friendship first tried our soldiership.
His remembrance lives richer in your thoughts than on his tomb.
Would I were with him. He would always say, methinks I hear him now, "Let me not live," quoth he, "after my flame lacks oil, to be the snuff of younger spirits, whose apprehensive senses all but new things disdain, whose judgments are mere fathers of their garments, whose constancies expire before their fashions." This he wished. I, after him, do after him wish to. How long is it, Count, since the physician at your father's died? He was much famed.
Some 6 months since, my lord.
If he were living, I would try him yet. The rest have worn me out with several applications. Welcome, Count.
Thank you, your majesty.
My son's no dearer.
Sirrah, tell my gentlewoman I would speak with her. Her father bequeathed her to me, and she herself, without other advantage, may lawfully make title to as much love as she finds. There is more owing her than is paid, and more shall be paid her than she'll demand.
Madam, I was very late, more near her than I think she wished me. Her matter was, she loved your son. Fortune, she said, was no goddess that had put such a difference betwixt their two estates.
You have discharged this honestly. Keep it to yourself. I will speak with you further anon. Her eye is sick on it. I observe her now.
What is your pleasure, madam?
You know, Helen, I am a mother to you.
Mine honorable mistress?
Nay, a mother. Why not a mother? When I said a mother, methought you saw a serpent. What's in mother that you start at? I say I am your mother and put you in the catalogue of those that were enwombed mine. 'Tis often seen adoption strives with nature, and choice breeds a native slip for us from foreign seeds. You ne'er oppressed me with a mother's groan, yet I express to you a mother's care. God's mercy, maiden, does it curd thy blood to say I am thy mother? I say I am your mother.
Pardon, madam, the Count Roussillon cannot be my brother. I am from humble, he from honored name. No note upon my parents, his all noble. My master, my dear lord he is, he must not be my brother.
Nor I your mother.
You are my mother, madam. Would you were, so that my lord your son were not my brother, indeed my mother. Or were you both our mothers, I care no more for that than I do for heaven, so I were not his sister. Can't no other, but I your daughter, he must be my brother?
Yes, Helen, you might be my daughter-in-law. God shield you mean it not. Now I see the mystery of your loneliness and find your salt tears head. Now to all sense 'tis gross. You love my son. Therefore, tell me true, but tell me then 'tis so. For look, thy cheeks confess it the one to the other, and thine eyes see it so grossly shown in thy behaviors that in their kind they speak it. Only sin and hellish obstinacy tie thy tongue, that truth should be suspected. Howe'er I charge thee, as heaven shall work in me for thine avail, tell me truly,
Good madam, pardon me.
do you love my son?
Your pardon, noble mistress.
Love you, my son?
Do you not love him, madam?
Go not about. My love hath in it a bond, whereof the world takes not. Come, come, disclose the state of your affection, for your passions have to the full appeached.
Then I confess, before high heaven and you, that before you and next unto high heaven I love your son. Be not offended, for it hurts not him that he is loved of me. I follow him not by any token of presumptuous suit, nor would I have him till I do deserve him. I know I love in vain, strive against hope, yet in this captious and inedible sieve I still pour in the waters of my love, and lack not to lose still. My dearest madam, let not your hate encounter with my love for loving where you do. But if yourself, whose aged honor cites virtuous youth, did ever in so true a flame of liking wish chastely and love dearly, give pity so to her, whose state is such that cannot choose, but lend and give where she is sure to lose.
Had you not lately an intent, speak truly, to go to Paris?
Madam, I had.
Wherefore, tell true.
I will tell truth. By grace itself, I swear you know my father left me prescriptions of rare and proved effects that he willed me in heedfullest reservation to bestow them. There is a remedy, approved, set down, to cure the desperate languishings whereof the king is rendered lost.
This was your motive for Paris, was it? Speak.
My lord, your son made me think of this, else Paris and the medicine and the king had from the conversation of my thoughts happily been absent.
But think you, Helen, if you should tender your supposed aid, he would receive it. He and his physicians are of a mind, he that they cannot help him, they that they cannot help. How shall they credit a poor, unlearned virgin, where the schools, emboweled of their doctrine, have left off the danger to itself?
There's something in't, more than my father's skill, which was the greatest of his profession, that his good receipt shall for my legacy be sanctified by the luckiest stars in heaven. And would your honor but give me leave to try success, I'd venture the well-lost life of mine on his grace's cure by such a day and hour.
Dost thou believe it?
I, madam, knowingly.
Why, Helen, thou shalt have my leave and love, means and attendance, and my loving greetings to those of mine in court. I'll stay home and pray God's blessings into thy attempt. Be gone tomorrow, and be sure of this, what I can help thee to thou shall not miss.